Welcome to MindBody TV. I'm Dr. Kim Duramo. I'm going to share today some EFT Meridian Tapping specifically to release self-sabotage and fear. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I share a MindBody TV broadcast every week. I'm a physician sharing mind-body self-healing techniques, mostly for use with chronic disease, chronic fatigue, pain, weird mystery illnesses that aren't resolving, chronic infections like Lyme disease, Epstein-Barr virus, all the different ways the body sort of like, the health is suppressed. The premise of this work is that the body heals itself. The body is completely capable of healing every disease known to man. But there are reasons why it gets inhibited or suppressed and doesn't move through its normal cycling of processing energy, releasing energy. And we are here to grow and expand. So sometimes those processes are blocked for so many different reasons. And when we resolve those reasons, the body can heal. So I am delighted to bring this to you. We are in the middle of the Tapping World Summit, which is a free 10-day event that goes on this time every year by Nick Ortner and Jessica Ortner and the whole Ortner family, where you can learn more about EFT tapping, which is just a really powerful way of clearing your own energy, clearing the meridian channels, and letting your body rebalance so that self-healing can happen. So I would love to hear where you're tuning in from. Welcome. I am glad you're here, and hello to everybody who is listening to the recording. So today we're going to use some EFT. If you've had issues with either self-sabotage or patterns where like your frequency is really low, you're like depressed or heavy or anxious, or in these patterns where you want to take action but you really can't, or you kind of should do these proactive things that would create the results in your life, but then like it's just not happening. Either you're sick, you don't have the energy, or I don't have the motivation, or I go to move forward, but then 10 things happen that hold me back. You're in a pattern of self-sabotage. And you don't need to give it a whole lot of power. You can realize this is actually your energy system coming in to protect you. Usually it's belief system we've had where I shouldn't move forward, or I shouldn't make that much money, or I don't deserve to be loved unconditionally. I have to work hard for it, or who knows what the unconscious belief systems are, but they're patterns that your system is trying to use to protect you, because somewhere along the way you bought into that, consciously or unconsciously, and you've inadvertently agreed to live at that level of suppression where you don't have access to vibrant, full amounts of energy, or unconditional love in your relationships, or ease and flow with your money. And so a lot of these patterns are being created by your system. But the good news is we can resolve and dissolve that. They are magnetic links. They are in your electromagnetic system, right? Our body is energy first and foremost. It is electromagnetic. And these can be resolved and dissolved. Your body knows how to do that. And EFT is a really great and easy way to help it do exactly that. So, hello, met Louise from Copenhagen, Anita from Austria. How exciting. Joe, I think Joe is in the UK. Joe Spice, hello. Great to come in. Oh, great. New and improving things coming in regarding creative arts. I'm finding I'm either in anxiety or tired and can't fully commit. Yep. So you see these patterns. Hello, Lisa, Jaria, Stacy from Tucson, Shia from New York, Stephanie from Canada, Jane from Ontario. All right, Oregon. Hello, Romania. Hello, Claude from Romania. The Tapping Summit is already awesome. Mary Kay, thank you for letting us know. They did start 2 days ago. Mine is it's going to run on Sunday. It starts on Saturday evening this week. And mine is all about mind-body medicine and how to activate self-healing. So we'll definitely be worth tuning into. And I'll have Alicia share the link if you have not already subscribed for the Tapping Summit and you want to learn that. It is amazing. I highly recommend it. I think you're going to love it if you resonate with the work I'm doing. So we will share the link here so you can tune in. All right. In basic, you have 3 parts of your nervous system. There's the voluntary part, the involuntary part, which is like your heartbeat and your blood pressure and your digestion. And then there is the meridian system, your electromagnetic nervous system. That is the 3rd part of your nervous system. All of these nervous systems affect every cell in our body, affect our DNA and our genetics, but most powerfully and most immediately, the electromagnetic nervous system. So it is the most immediate, instantaneous shift that you'll have in your frequency. And this is arrived, there's meridian channels through our connective tissue that communicate to our organs, to our cells, to our blood vessels, to our brain, even to our DNA. And this can have a really profound change on turning off the genes for diseases, turning on the genes that are for health and healing, and really helping the body regenerate itself. So the first step we're going to do with EFT is you grade on a scale of 1 to 10 how intense it is what you're dealing with. So whether you're in fatigue or pain or just the frustration of I can't move ahead, or you're in a situation where, like, oh my God, I'm eating the whole tub of ice cream, or you just ate the whole tub of ice cream and there's that loathing, like, why did I do that? These are great tappable moments. You want to start by scaling 1 to 10. How intense is the feeling I'm feeling? You don't even have to know what the feeling is. Is it shame? Is it regret? Is it fear? Just, you're going to feel as soon as you drop in and breathe your body, you're going to feel what's happening. What am I feeling right now? Is there a heaviness? Is there a speeding up of, fear? Is there a pressure, which can come when there's anger, like a tension? Sometimes we're really not familiar with our own emotions. Most often, they're being blocked out completely. So if you're finding it's just external stuff, like, why can't I get that business started? Or why do I keep having the same stuff happen over and over in my relationships? There are patterns there, and we can go deep into the system, the place where it's being created. So you're going to start from 1 to 10. Thank you, Alicia, for sharing the Tapping Summit. Okay, so she got a tiny URL, which is tinyurl.com/tapping summit 2023. tinyurl.com/tapping summit 2023. And that will bring you, or you can just click on the link if you are in the MindBody community on Facebook. Okay, Jari, I'm glad you like the Tapping Summit too. Thanks, you guys. All right, regret. So that's good. And on a scale of 1 to 10, where's that regret? Self-sabotage. Recently, I keep telling myself that I fail at healing. Everyone else can do it, but I only worsen. I even fail at Dr. Kim's amazing approach, so I must be the biggest loser ever. This is great. This is the shit the mind makes up. I'm the biggest loser. Feel how intense that is. Sometimes you'll hear the verbiage like we have here with Claudster. And you'll actually hear those ideas. They're just ideas. It's just energy, you guys. We can move this. It's just that when it goes unchecked, it's clogging up our hardwiring and it's affecting our cells. It's affecting our cells. It's affecting our frequency, our energy. It's affecting the way we feel and our emotions. And it's affecting the way we think. It's affecting our thoughts. But wait a minute, is that my thought? I'm the biggest loser ever. Is it even true? I'm a failure. What's actually true here? And we can't know that until we clear out the channels. So you're going to start with what's here. Good. Shame and should be. All right. Good. Good to see that. Thank you, Joe. Mary K. Frustration. 9. Fatigue and lightheadedness. Thank you. Patterns of catastrophic thinking. Worst case scenario. I would love a shift. This also can happen when something really wonderful happens. And then there's like the other shoe's going to drop kind of feeling like, I can't let in too much joy because I'm sure I got to brace myself that it's going to end anyway. So I'm in this holding pattern where I don't really let life in. That's a great one to tap on. Frustration. Oh, we did that one. Self-sabotage with regret, 7. All right. And you can write these down before we start. If there's like a specific thing, like, oh, that thing, why didn't I do that? Or oh, I regret that why did I do that? Or what might the regret be? What might the sabotage be? Is it like with eating? Is it with, relationships? Is it with money? We want to take some notes because those will be things you want to tap out. Anita, I love the tapping summit. I'm joining it for many years already. I can highly recommend. Thank you. Yeah, I've loved it myself. There are incredible speakers on there. I've been a speaker on there for many years, and it's like I'm in amazing, amazing company with the speakers they've had on that summit. Hafsa, I want to know, dear, I'm doing a lot of inner work, inner body awareness, but it's very hard. A lot of fear in my stomach. Good. So you're going to rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like super intense. Where is that? What am I noticing? That immediately gets you into observer, right? I am not this pain. I'm not this sensation. I am the one noticing it. Oh, is it a 9? Is it a 10? Maybe it changes a little. Maybe right now it's like a 4, but like overall, this is pretty significant, maybe an 8. So you want to get a little bit of awareness. That's all we're doing. Shia said 6.4. All right, great. Heidi tapping this morning. I uncovered pressure to prove myself. That's a really good one. I took a few notes on what I wanted to put on here. Proving myself is an awesome one. We're going to tap on that as well. Proving my worth, feeling pretty centered after tapping and meditation. Way to go. All right. No for 9. I'm so much better. No for 9 months with the Embracing Health program. Oh, that's fantastic. So Daniela has been in my Embracing Health program. We're starting that actually in June. We do this every year as a year-long program where I work with you in our Embracing Health group. All right, Kim, the idea, am I too old to learn the drums and become a polished drummer? Great tappable issue. I myself just joined a band a couple of years ago, and I'm singing and I'm playing the keyboard and I'm performing. And this was like my 50th year of life. So what else is possible? But yeah, there can still be like, I shouldn't be able to do that. Feeling abandoned, 8, worst case scenario, catastrophic, tooth irritation, 5, anger and bitterness, shame around illness, fear of something bad happening with my health. Awesome. Thank you guys. First thing we're going to do is tap our karate chop point. So this is your setup phrase. You can do one hand or the other or both. Just tapping. You're already opening up your meridian channels. Breathe. Just breathe. Feel what you feel, which is really the most important part. Bring your presence. Let everything go. And then you're going to repeat after me. Even though I'm noticing these patterns, say it out loud. I'm in this pattern. Feels like I can't escape. I choose to allow something higher. Good. Second time. Even though this pattern has a hold on me. Shame and fear and beliefs. I wonder what else might be possible. And I choose to open instead of close. Good. Third one. All these patterns of self-sabotage. Holding me back in the most essential ways. So frustrating. I wonder what else might be possible. And I choose to allow my system to open. Okay, that's good. So 3 setup phrases. Now we go to the inner eye point, just right on that bony ridge, breathing in, breathing out. All you can do is feel what you feel and repeat after me. All these subconscious programs. Outer eye, that I don't deserve. Under the eye. It shouldn't be this way. Under the nose, I'm unworthy. On the chin, something bad is happening. Under the collarbone, it's my fault. Under the arm, all these ideas and beliefs. And top of the head, all these feelings and emotions. Just breathing, you guys. Clearing the energy already. Inner eye, I'm ready to let it come up. Outer eye, all these beliefs controlling my life. How good to make noise when you breathe. Under the eye, dictating what happens to me, what I get to do, what I don't get to do. Under the nose, what I get to have. On the chin, what I don't get to have. Under the collarbone, I'm no prize package. Under the arm, I can't have it easy. Keep going, you guys. Lots of breath, more clearing. Top of the head, it's not fair. Inner eye, I can't have it all. Outer eye, who do I think I am? Under the eye, maybe for them, but not for me. Under the nose, all these ideas about myself. On the chin, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Under the collarbone, patterns of berating myself. Under the arm, controlling myself by putting myself down. Let the breath move. Top of the head, controlling myself by criticizing and judging myself. Good. We're going to do a little more, but take a deep breath and let it all go. Let everything go. Yeah, it's okay to feel lightheaded, nauseous. I know that's not pleasant. It's temporary. The energy will move. Sometimes there's tears. Sometimes there's a lot of yawning. You're clearing a lot of energy. Drink a lot of water. I didn't bring my water glass with me today, but drink a lot of water. That's very important. You're actually doing a lot of energy work, even though it might not feel like it. Let's see how you're doing now. I think it's working. I'm feeling nauseous. All right. Believe in nothing good or bad. Believing everything good or bad. Kind of lost. Knowing it all, faithless, then faithful, delusion, hopeful, 10 out of 10, severity, crystal. Jaria, I definitely feel more relaxed. So there's 3 things that will happen. You're either going to feel lighter, maybe more relaxed, or maybe more positive. Maybe just like pain goes away in your body and tension releases. The second one is, oh my God, I feel worse. It was an 8, it went to a 10, or it was a 6, it went to a 10. Whoa, there's something wrong here. There isn't anything wrong. It's the energy coming up to come out. It's actually a really, really good sign. Let it go. Let it be okay. That energy is coming up. Most of this energy has been suppressed. You're experiencing the tip of the iceberg, and sometimes it's like a huge catharsis. Water, breath, let it move. And then the third one is like, I don't feel anything. And that can happen because we're in a lot of suppression. So just be really patient with yourself. It can also happen because our brain isn't used to paying attention to that level of sensitivity. Like we don't necessarily tune into what we're feeling energetically. A lot of us have tuned out and suppressed it. So you just got to let that recalibration happen in brain where it actually begins to pay attention to this subtle level. Cherise said, you always make me feel nauseous. Ha ha. Great. Hey, all right. I can feel energy and emotions coming up. Great. All right, Heidi. Mary Kay said the perfect wording is great. Ruru said, I'm feeling better. I'm doing better. Thanks. Calmer, but still kind of numb and hopeless. Good. So you can write down what came up with that first session. Sometimes in my first round, I just tap on like the things I'm experiencing or the thoughts. And then it comes bigger and I'll have more like feelings and sensations or deeper stuff. Writing it down can be helpful because then you can tap on that. All right, we're going to go a little deeper. Yes, past traumatic life events is a great tappable issue. In fact, EFT has been shown clinically to be one of the most powerful modalities for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Even people who are institutionalized, medicated, no hope whatsoever in the conventional system have had a full resolution of PTSD using this modality, which I find very, very inspiring. So I've seen personally, and I've studied many, many other people's work with people getting off medications for anxiety, for depression, for PTSD, for, of course, physical illness, MS, autoimmune disease, even thyroid disease. So there's, the whole gamut of what this is helpful for. All right, we're going to do another round or two. And our second round, we're going to start on that inner eye. Go a little deeper. Now you can tap on the things that you wrote down. You can tap on things that have gotten triggered, or just tap along with me. Okay, so inner eye, going deeper with these thoughts and feelings. Outer eye, the idea I can't move through this on my own. It's stuck. Under the eye, I'll never get through all of this. It's so heavy. Under the eye, making it bigger than me. On the chin, I'm just going to look at and feel what's here. Under the collarbone, I'm going to notice it down to its depth. Under the arm, it's okay for me to notice what's here, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. On top of the head, all these ideas and beliefs holding me down. Inner eye, I'm not good enough. Outer eye, I shouldn't be where I am right now. Under the eye, I shouldn't be doing this. Under the nose, I shouldn't be feeling this way. On the chin, there's something wrong with me. Under the collarbone, all these ideas in my system. Under the arm, are these my ideas? Top of the head, are these my patterns? Inner eye, what if they're just ideas? Outer eye, what if they're not even true? Under the eye, what if it's just a feeling? Under the nose, as I soften and breathe, I let it go. On the chin, what if I could let this energy move through me instead of becoming me? Under the collarbone, what if none of this has anything to do with anything? Under the arm, they're just ideas I'm tuning into. Top of the head, they're just frequencies. Good, keep going, breathe. Inner eye, as I notice them and witness them. Outer eye, call them out and gently tap. Under the eye, that energy dissolves. Under the nose, it has no place here. On the chin, it's only what I resist that persists. under the collarbone, what I fear that I feed. It's only what I fear that I give my energy to. Under the arm, what if I can let these fears be here? Let these ideas be here. Top of the head, and be at peace. Okay, take a deep breath in and let everything go. Let your shoulders relax. Let your body make a sound. Hi, Shifra. I'm here with my mom in Toronto. That is awesome. Even if we can't move through it on our own. Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So have a few breaths. You may feel your body more calm and relaxed. I'm even aware of just, I need to drink more water right now, because once we resolve those energies, it actually creates a lot of serenity in our sympathetic nervous system, right? That second part of the nervous system is our autonomic, the automatic part, the involuntary. And part of that is the sympathetic, part of that is the parasympathetic. Those are both part of that second nervous system. Once we turn off the sympathetic, the blood pressure goes down, the heart rate goes down, there's a calmness, even our skin relaxes, there's a shift in the electromagnetic frequency on the surface of our skin. This is very significant. And if you're a little bit low on the volume and you haven't had enough fluid, you may feel like lightheaded and dizzy, because all of a sudden your body's like, and it's not, with all the force and the pumping of increased blood pressure. And you got to drink a lot of water to sort of like help recalibrate that. So it's not abnormal to feel that. The other thing that can happen, yes, as we turn off the sympathetic nervous system, which we're doing with this modality, and we activate the parasympathetic, which is the relaxation response, has been scientifically shown to ignite self-healing, restoration, and even affect our genetic expression. So the study of epigenetics has a lot to do with this. Once we activate the parasympathetic, there's yawning, there's improved digestion. So you might like detox a whole bunch of gunk your body was holding on to. There can be tears. Your body will sort of activate a lot of catharsis. Perfectly normal. Okay, good. My 9-year-old son's going through similar issues you described at the beginning of that video. Okay, Angel Earth. I watched the Tapping for Kids on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. Great. My 9-year-old's going through similar issues described in that video. I've purchased the MindBody Kids course from your website. Thank you. Okay, great. You're welcome. And that's a great course for both tapping, other mind-body modalities for kids. I'm going to throw this in here again. I know I did a whole segment on EFT tapping for kids, but it's like literally every day in my life, there's so many kids struggling because they are here. They have additional energy centers in their system. Since like the 1980s, we as humans are being born slightly different energetically. We have higher perceptual awareness for higher intelligence, higher intuitive awareness, and higher capacity to think in a higher consciousness. So we can solve problems that were previously a complete conundrum. We have the capacity for this. But when those kids are not nurtured in that way, meaning we're in a society that's like, work harder, study more, comply, do as you're told, be good, keep it shut. It's very detrimental to their nervous system. So huge amounts of anxiety and depression in these kids. And a lot of them were like, I don't want to go to school anymore. Let me, like my daughter is homeschooling, and that may be something that's available for you as well. It's just a different way of how do I nurture this kid to be in this world in a more harmonious way with the nervous system they're here to cultivate, with the intelligence they're here to share. So it's a great, for autism as well. It can be really helpful as far as even just your energy around your child. Parenting from love instead of from fear. That's a huge shift that's really essential for these kids and their nervous system. And what I've seen for a lot of these kids is they begin to release patterns of anxiety and depression, and even physical illnesses that were, like I've seen a lot of kids with really weird mystery illnesses, they can resolve. And I've seen this with just the parents working with me in the Embracing Health program. Like they're not even working on their kid per se. They're just working on their own nervous system. And they'll report that they see amazing changes in their kids. But I did create the MindBody Kids program. So that's available as well. It's at drkimd.com/kids if you want to look into that program. Jaria, feeling lighter and more clarity. Someone in Facebook said from a 7 down to a 4. That's awesome. Claudster, this round brought the insight that I feel like a burden to my parents. Yeah. So you have insight sometimes like, whoa, I didn't know that was in there. Great. Now I'm feeling sad, which feels more alive than feeling numb. See, this is great. Sometimes we think feeling stuff is like, oh, no, wait, it's not working. I'm going in the wrong direction. But as Claudster pointed out, feeling sad actually somehow feels lighter than that suppression of feeling numb. So tap on the sadness, right? So whatever came up for you there, just tap on the inner eye and let your body know it's okay to feel whatever I'm feeling. Outer eye. It's okay to have emotions and let them move through. Under the eye. My body knows how to open and move energy. Under the nose. What if I don't have to keep this in? On the chin. What if by witnessing and allowing, this is what lets it all heal? Under the collarbone. Would I go that deeply with myself? Under the arm. Give myself the gift of my presence. Top of the head. I wonder what's possible when I stop fighting and just get present. Big deep breath in, let it all go out. Make noise, bonus points for making noise. When we surrender, the body recalibrates. And especially when we're noticing patterns of self-sabotage, there's often fear and shame. Those can be the things that make us contract the most. It takes a great act of courage to surrender and let that energy move through. Because when it moves through, you're going to feel it a little bit or a lot. And don't make that wrong. Just continue to tap, breathe a lot of breath. That energy will move out. You are not the shameful thing. You are not the wrongness, regardless of any actions you have taken or are taking. Making yourself wrong just solidifies that pattern of whatever's creating the sabotage. So what's right about this, I'm not getting. Okay, so this next round we're going to do, when you find yourself doing the sabotage, like, oh my God, why am I eating this? This is so bad. Don't affirm that, right? Just notice what you're feeling. Or, oh, I know I should be writing my blog, but I'm going to go do this other thing. Or I know I really shouldn't be drinking this. Like, it's crazy how many times people say, I really shouldn't, but, and they have the thing. So don't make yourself wrong for it, because that's just going to like exacerbate it, but do notice it. So inner eye, here I go again. Outer eye, sabotaging myself. Under the eye, I'm noticing it right now. Under the nose, this pattern that's lived in me. On the chin, what if I let go of the idea that I shouldn't? Under the collarbone, what if I let go of the idea that I'm wrong for this? Under the arm, what if I stop resisting it? Top of the head, it might feel a little lighter. It might feel a little bit scary. Inner eye, I've been taught to suppress myself, to control myself. Outer eye, but I'm noticing judging myself just makes it worse. under the eye. What if I just let myself have love in this moment where I need it most? Under the nose. When I have love, there is no sabotage. On the chin. When I choose love, I cannot cause harm. Under the collarbone. When I choose love, all is resolved. Under the arm. Would I be so bold to choose love when all these things say I'm wrong? Top of the head. I choose an act of courage beyond these patterns. I choose to love myself in the moment where I most need love. Deep breath. And then let it all go. Oh my gosh. That was great. I was feeling tired today, so my system's like drinking this all in. So that's great. Something's changed since tapping daily. I've been able to allow myself to scream, allow the energy out with power and voice. It feels amazing. Not sure if the dogs think so, but yeah, that's one of the things that happens is if we just allow pure expression, it's actually really beautiful. It's when we suppress our anger that it comes out in ways that are harmful. Like we scream at somebody or we lash out or we're impatient or why'd you do that? We snap. When we let just the pure expression come out, even though it might sound ugly, it might sound like it's authentic, and that is always beautiful, and it's also always healing. So I invite you to tap as often as you like. Just tap to love yourself. Don't tap to fix yourself. Tap to nurture yourself for whatever is moving through right now, so you assist your body in purging it, which is what really helps with self-healing. I am at drkimd.com if you'd like to subscribe to what we're doing, be a part of our community. We have the Facebook group in the MindBody community group, which is in Facebook. If you are a Facebook user, the MindBody community is where our mentors are standing by for questions and to assist you with this work. If you're interested in the programs, we have lots of home study programs. In fact, the DIY home study programs are currently at a lower investment. So if you do want to purchase them, they're going to go up in about a month. So if you want to purchase the MindBody solution for chronic fatigue, there's a lot of tapping in that program. If you've had illness, mystery illness, autoimmune illness, digestive illness, neurological illness, chronic fatigue, chronic infections that aren't clearing. It really is about clearing your energy. Your body can clear Lyme and Epstein-Barr, and yes, even rebalance your thyroid. You're not broken. I see it all of the time. In fact, my own thyroid has come into full functioning after I was told at one point I had a severe autoimmune disease and low thyroid function and needed medications for life. And it's just not always really the truth for you. So that program is on offer as well at the lower price right now. It's at drkimd.com/CFS. Is it? Oh, help me out there with that one, Alicia. Type 2 diabetes, yes, because that's also an inflammatory condition. So thanks for asking about that, Stephanie. The MindBody solution for anxiety and depression is another of our really great home study courses. There are group calls that we did in there that you have recorded. So you'll go through the integrative work that I've done to resolve the root causes of anxiety and depression. Thank you, Alicia. drkimd.com/CF for the fatigue and illness program, drkimd.com/anxiety for the MindBody solution for anxiety and depression. And then the other one is my instant elevation program, which is really like a whole bunch of MindBody tools. There's EFT tapping and like a whole slew of other tools I use regularly to recalibrate my body. This one is more about mind-body mastery, so that the way I am feeling is more aligned with my nature and less aligned with like bouncing around like a ping pong ball, depending on what's happening or who said what, or is this going well? Is that not going well? Okay, so now I feel better, but it's really temporary, versus truly governing your inner state for well-being, for peace, and for healing. And that one is at the drkimd.com/IEP. That is the Instant Elevation Program. And Alicia, I'll ask you to just post those in the comments so people have those. All of them are at drkimd.com. So if you want to get the lower rate on those home study programs before the price is going up, this is a great time to do it. And once again, we have the Tapping Summit is live right now. It's free for those 10 days. 2 speakers a day, so you can go in and listen during this time. It's a great way to like inspire yourself to learn something really powerful. You can purchase the series, which is an excellent investment that I highly recommend to have for your library. And you have those to learn, to revisit, to really begin to understand how your mind-body system works and have some powerful tools that help you recalibrate it. So that is available as well. Thank you guys. Keep breathing that body. I mean, the breath is medicine. So really there's nothing that can't transmute. And I'm so grateful that we're here. I'm grateful we're connecting, and I'm grateful that you're part of my community. I wish you guys a lot of love. I will be here each week for MindBody TV at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the MindBody community in Facebook and in my YouTube channel, Dr. Kim Duramo. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.